The following is a Candy Tony Eagle special presentation.
Viewer discretion is advised for this special. Thank you for watching, and now the special presentation. The following video depicts an actual event that happened in Roanoke, Virginia on Channel 7. We are warning you that the following video tells about a story that happened during an interview. We are not going to show you the video that what happened on the day because of what happened, but we will tell the story and warn the victims. This video was edited to follow YouTube's community guidelines. Thank you. Now on to the video.
The morning of August 26, 2015, began like any other for the WDBJ 7 news team. The morning show was live from Bridgewater Plaza in Moneta, Virginia. Reporter Allison Parker and cameraman Adam Ward were there for a routine segment. They were interviewing Vicki Gardner, the local Chamber of Commerce director. The plaza, a bustling hub, provided a picturesque backdrop for the morning's news. The interview was progressing smoothly. Allison smiled as she asked Vicki about upcoming community events. Adam, behind the camera, framed the shot perfectly. Viewers at home, sipping coffee and starting their day, were unaware of the horror that was about to unfold.
Hey guys, it's Kimby Tony. Before you continue with this portion of the video, if you don't like stories about gunshots or stuff like this, please exit out of this video from this portion on. Thank you. And if you want to hear the story, then continue watching from this portion. Thank you.
At 6:46 a.m., the unthinkable happened. Gunshots rang out, piercing the morning calm. The joyous atmosphere transformed into one of chaos and terror. The live feed was interrupted by the sounds of screams and scrambling. Viewers watched in disbelief as the screen went black, the abrupt silence amplifying the horror of what they had just witnessed. The tranquility of the morning had been shattered, leaving behind a chilling void. Allison Parker, just 24 years old, was a rising star at WDBJ. She was known for her infectious smile, her dedication to journalism, and her deep love for her hometown. Adam Ward, 27, was a talented photojournalist who was passionate about his work. He was remembered for his kindness, his humor, and his unwavering commitment to capturing the stories that mattered. Both Allison and Adam were beloved members of the WDBJ family and their community. Their loss left an unfillable void in the lives of their families, friends, and colleagues. Vicki Gardner, a respected community leader, faced a long and arduous recovery, both physically and emotionally. The shooting left an indelible mark on her life, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the random nature of violence. The tragic deaths of Allison and Adam, and the injuries sustained by Vicki, served as a stark reminder of the human cost of gun violence. Their stories resonated with people across the country, sparking outrage, grief, and a renewed call for action to address the epidemic of gun violence plaguing the nation. Vester Lee Flanagan II, who went by the professional name Bryce Williams, was a former reporter at WDBJ. He had been fired from the station in 2013 for what station management described as anger issues and unprofessional behavior. Flanagan had a history of workplace conflicts and had filed lawsuits against previous employers, alleging discrimination. Following his dismissal from WDBJ, Flanagan harbored resentment towards the station and its employees. He maintained an online presence where he posted angry rants and accusations against those he felt had wronged him. In the aftermath of the shooting, a 23-page manifesto faxed by Flanagan to ABC News surfaced, outlining his motives and expressing admiration for other mass shooters. Flanagan's writings revealed a deeply troubled individual consumed by anger and resentment. He cited racial discrimination and the Charleston church shooting as contributing factors in his decision to carry out the attack, but his motives remained complex and difficult to fully comprehend. and grapple with the senselessness of the act. Section 6. Political fallout and calls for change. The WDBJ shooting sent shockwaves through the political landscape, reigniting the debate over gun control in America. Politicians from both sides of the aisle expressed their condolences and condemned the senseless violence, but their responses largely fell along party lines. Then President Barack Obama addressed the nation, expressing his grief and frustration over yet another mass shooting. He renewed his calls for stricter gun control measures, arguing that the easy availability of firearms contributed to the nation's epidemic of gun violence. Gun control advocates echoed these sentiments, demanding legislative action to prevent future tragedies. Opponents of gun control offered condolences but maintained their stance on the Second Amendment, arguing that stricter gun laws would not deter criminals and would infringe on the rights of law-abiding citizens. The debate over gun control, a perennial issue in American politics, was reignited with renewed fervor, highlighting the deep divisions in the country's political discourse. Section 7. A media dilemma. The WDBJ shooting presented a unique challenge for news organizations grappling with how to cover the tragedy responsibly. The shooting itself, captured on live television, raised questions about the ethics of broadcasting such graphic content. Furthermore, Flanagan's use of social media to disseminate his manifesto and videos he had taken of the shooting added another layer of complexity to the situation. Some news outlets chose to air portions of the shooting footage, arguing that it provided valuable context and served as a stark reminder of the reality of gun violence. Others refrained from showing the graphic content, arguing that it sensationalized the tragedy and could potentially traumatize viewers. The debate over how to cover such events ethically and responsibly raged on, with no easy answers. The WDBJ shooting highlighted the evolving role of social media in disseminating information and its potential for misuse. It also underscored the difficult balance that news organizations must strike between informing the public and avoiding sensationalism when covering tragedies of this nature. Section 8. Legacy of Loss, Seeds of Advocacy. In the aftermath of the WDBJ shooting, the families of Allison Parker and Adam Ward, driven by their grief and determined to create something positive from the tragedy, became vocal advocates for gun control. Andy Parker, Allison's father, made it his mission to honor his daughter's memory by fighting for stricter gun laws. He became a familiar face on cable news, tirelessly advocating for universal background checks and other measures aimed at reducing gun violence. Chris Hurst, Allison's boyfriend at the time of the shooting, also channeled his grief into action. He ran for and won a seat in the Virginia House of Delegates, campaigning on a platform of gun control. Hurst's victory was seen as a testament to the growing movement for gun reform, fueled by the anguish of those directly affected by gun violence. The advocacy of the victims' families, though born out of unimaginable loss, brought a renewed sense of urgency to the gun control debate. Their efforts helped to keep the issue in the public consciousness and inspired others to join the fight for a safer, less violent America. Section 9. Continuing the conversation. The WDBJ shooting, though now years in the past, remains a haunting reminder of the devastating impact of gun violence. The tragedy sparked important conversations about workplace safety, mental health, and the role of the media in the digital age. Most importantly, it reignited the debate over gun control, forcing the nation to confront the uncomfortable truths about its relationship with firearms. The path to meaningful gun reform remains long and arduous, fraught with political obstacles and deeply ingrained beliefs. However, the legacy of Allison Parker and Adam Ward, kept alive by the tireless advocacy of their families and the countless others affected by gun violence, continues to inspire hope for a future where such tragedies are preventable. The conversation must continue, fueled by empathy, driven by data, and guided by the shared goal of creating a safer, more peaceful world for all.
The preceding video told a story about what happened on WDBJ on August 27, 2013. You may rewatch the story or watch other Can Be Tony videos. This video was edited to follow YouTube's community guidelines. Thank you for watching. Candy,